Hey book huggers, this is Jen and I need answers. This month, my bookish question is this. How much do other people's opinions on books, other people's reviews, how much does that affect you and your reading life? This question came about because I spend a lot of time on Goodreads. As soon as I finish a book, I will go directly to Goodreads and log it and give it my rating and then look down below to see what everybody else thought about it. And sometimes it's really interesting to see how differently people feel about a book than I did. Their opinions don't always make me change my opinion about a book, but a lot of times the things that they have problems with, you know, I may not have noticed, and so I'll kind of go back and look at the book with that eye, and it's always, you know, I learn things, or I start to see from their point of view. And I know, like you know, because we're all big readers, that a lot goes into what our opinions of books are. It could be the time of our life that we're reading it, it can be the time of the year that we're reading it, it can be whatever's going on in our lives at the time. It can be that we connect to a character because of things in our past that other people don't, and they don't have those things in their past, and so they can't see the character that way. Like, there's so much that goes on in a response that you have to a book as a reader. I totally get that. But recently there was a book that I loved, and I haven't talked about it on here yet because it was just published and I read it a while back in ARC form, and it's called The Scorpion Rules, and literally everyone I've handed it to in real life can't get through it. They don't like it. Pretty much everyone on Goodreads gave it a 1-star review, and so it was really interesting for me to like go back and try to look at it and try to see where they were coming from. And I think a lot of times I will love a book if it surprises me in some way, because I read so much just in my personal life and for my job, that to read a dystopian fiction book that turns a lot of tropes on its head and surprises me in a lot of ways, it kind of instantly goes in the win column for me. And so that's kind of what happened with Scorpion Rules. And to see that everyone else gave it like 1 star or just didn't finish is really interesting for me. And so sometimes I'll start to think like, well, what don't I know? Or am I stupid because I love this book and nobody else does? Or in the case of another book that we're going to talk about in the future, I hated and everyone else, like to a person, loves. So sometimes it can make you start to wonder, like, what is it with me about this book? Have you ever had that experience? Do other people's opinions when it comes to books affect you or your reading life at all? Does it ever make you feel lesser of a reader or lesser of a person for having a different opinion? I mean, I know that sounds kind of strange, but I think depending on where we are in life, sometimes that can happen. So let me know in the comments how you deal with other people's opinions in your reading life, if it affects you at all, or what you think about any of this. I hope you have a great week. Thank you so much for watching. Bookish hugs and kisses, and I'll see you next time. Bye! If that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. This is like the 4th video in a row I've shot, so I'm not making any sense.